Hello YouTube. Hello world. Hello everybody. Um, I am she. No, for real. My name is S.H.E, and this is the first episode of She Food and Wine. And basically, I'm just here to enjoy a meal that I cooked on my other channel called She Cooked It. And on this channel, I basically will be eating whatever it is that I cooked from She Cooked It. And here on She Food and Wine, I will go ahead and have my meal as well as whichever wine selection I choose for that day, and just have topics of conversation with you. Tonight, I just wanted to bring you this first episode and kind of let you know who I am and what I'm about and what this is about. And hopefully, you enjoy and tune in the future. Um, and let me just start by saying I am a single mother of two, not by choice. However, that'll be a part of my journey and my stories and everything of that nature. But if you hear some kids in the background or anything like that, it's my daughter. My oldest daughter is 4, my youngest is 5 months. So here I am. They pretty much collaborate, but sometimes they get overwhelming. It gets overwhelming for them. So if that happens, I may be back. But just to let you know, I did go ahead and do an episode on She Cooked It tonight. And basically, She is my brand. She stands for Strength, Hope, and Empower. And she is me. She is my journey. She is my life. She is my world. It's basically just about me and my journey. And I'm going to be talking about real life topics and things that, people are afraid to discuss, or things that I've been through that somebody else may have gone through. And maybe they feel like they're alone, or maybe they feel like they don't have anybody to talk to. Well, just to let it be known, I'm here and I am she. Again, I want to provide you strength, hope, and empowerment. But also for the fellas. It just doesn't have to be for the ladies. Even though it's called she, it could be he's. Hope, empowerment, and strength. Just play it backwards, but it still counts for you guys as well. So I want to go ahead and get into it tonight. I just kind of want to introduce myself, and also just going to talk a little bit on something. Basically, that's going to be self-love. And before I get into all of that, of course, go ahead and like this video, comment down below, subscribe, and don't forget to share. And also, I am on all social media platforms to connect with me personally. My name is S.H.E on everything, Twitter. No, it's not. I lie. Not on Twitter, but on Snapchat, on Instagram, and on Facebook. It's S.H.E. Twitter is just my podcast. And my podcast is called She Said It. So basically, that's just the audio platform of this. This is going to be the visual platform. So they'll kind of talk about the same things, but it's just for those who want to see me. And then for those who just want to hear me, I am the voice behind the She Said It podcast. And you can find that podcast on Apple Podcasts. If you Google me, I'm on Google Podcasts, Stitcher. So just Google that and you'll find me there as well. And then same thing, She Said It podcast. It's on all platforms, Twitter's, Instagram, and Facebook. And then I also have a segment I do on The Hope Show, Get You in the Game. Excuse me. And that is called She Keeps It Real. So basically, it's a she brand, and I am she. So what's up? No, seriously, but I am she. Strength, hope, and empowered. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into this wine. I'm going to go ahead and get this poured up. Tonight we will be sipping on some Roscato. This is Rosso Dulce, the sweet red. Now this I've never had, so hopefully I like it, because I am picky with wine. But, I am picky with wine, but if it's sweet, I can pretty much handle it. If it's not, I will not drink it. And then as far as the food portion of tonight, we will be having what I cooked on my She Cooked It channel. And that is going to be kind of like a hibachi, a play on hibachi. We have lemon pepper, teriyaki shrimp, steak, and fried rice. And if you go over there, you can see how I cook this. And again, everybody has their own preference. It's what you prefer. So if you want to see this meal being prepared, go over to She Cooked It. And here I am. So let me just go ahead and introduce myself. Again, my name is S.H.E. That is my first and my middle name. That is what I go by. Aisha, mostly. People who are close to me call me Isha, things of that nature. like I said, I have two daughters. Riley Nicole is my oldest. She's 4 years old. My youngest is Ikoria Lee. She's 5 months old. As I mentioned, I'm a single mom, and their father was killed. And Riley is not biologically his, but she's his. And if he was here, he would tell you that. But he was killed. So I'm adapting to my new normal, which is life without him and mothering my two daughters. But we'll get more into that later. That's definitely to come on my journey. Don't want to do too much in the beginning. But yeah, that's me. I mean, I have brothers and sisters. I am like the third youngest on both my mama and my daddy's side, but I have them. And, you know, I used to live in Texas for like 10 years, born and raised in Aurora, Illinois, and I'm here. And I'm just here to live life and enjoy life and know that time is of the essence. It's not promised for tomorrow, so definitely do today whatever it is that you want to do, because you may make plans for tomorrow, but God may have other plans. At the end of the day, he decides. But and that's just a little about me. And then, like I mentioned, I have my podcast, which is She Said It podcast, and then I have two YouTube channels, She Cooked It, She Food and Wine. Both of those are me. And again, on the She Cooked It, I'll be cooking different meals and just, you know, just basically just showing different cooking segments and stuff of that nature. And then over here on She Food and Wine, I will be eating whatever it is I cooked with enjoying my glass of wine. That's me. That's what I like to do. And really, I'm just learning in the last like year or so that I'm a foodie, so I'm really more into cooking. Like when I got out of high school, I was supposed to go to culinary school. Took the tour of the school, the kitchen, everything, but I just, other things happened, so I never did it. But it is a passion of mine, and I said I was going to get into it more, so why not get into it more as well as doing this? Because I don't know about you guys, but I love watching cooking stuff. Like, love watching the Cooking Network. I'll try any recipe. I'll perfect it. I'll try it until I get it perfected. And yeah, I love to cook. I love to eat. Love my girls, being around family, singing, music. Like, those are things I like. So just to get into it, that's just a little bit about me, and there'll definitely be more to come. For those that don't know me and want to know more, there's definitely more to come. Definitely more to come, and basically, I'm just here to tell a story and journey with y'all, and hopefully y'all get into it and y'all like it. So, like I mentioned, I want to talk about self-love, and that's just something that was on my heart today. And yes, there's green beans in my fried rice because I bought the wrong vegetable pack. I usually get the carrots and peas, but this one got green beans and corn. It is what it is. Use what you got to get what you want. Players Club. Love quoting movie lines. If you like movie lines, let me know down below in the comment section. I love throwing movie lines out there to see who, you know, is in tune with movies and music like me. I got a song for everything. I got a movie line for everything. I love to have fun, and I love to laugh. But yeah. So I bought the wrong pack, but here I am. Self-love. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna talk about self-love. And let me taste this. Okay, it's sweet. I could deal. I like it. So self-love. In my opinion, that's the greatest love. Nobody will ever love you like you love yourself. Sometimes we have a passion for people, and sometimes we have a heart of gold. And when we have those two combined will allow us to extend ourselves or exert ourselves more than we should sometimes. Sometimes we allow people to abuse us more and more and more and more and more. And we forgive and go back. Sometimes we feel like, well, this is the only person that ever loved me, so I have to deal with what comes with them, even if they mistreat me, even if they do me wrong, whatever the case is. But in actuality, when we're dealing with things like that, it's because we don't fully love ourselves. It's because we don't fully know ourselves. And it's okay to take time out to learn you, date you, embrace you, and simply know you. How can you want love and want to love somebody and care about somebody and be all in for somebody when you're not right for yourself? You can't give somebody the love that you want when you don't love yourself. I promise. Like, I know I'm a hard lover and I know I'm a giver, but I know another thing that it used to be is I had a hard time saying no. Like, I feel like I don't want nobody to be disappointed in me. I don't want nobody to be upset with me. So I would not say no, even if I know I couldn't do it. I would find a way to do things. And really, I feel like all of that plays a part because it was me going the extra mile. When simply me saying no, it wasn't in my heart to do it. A person should accept that. A person should be okay with you saying no. It shouldn't change their feelings towards you or anything like that. And if it does, then you know that person doesn't genuinely care about you. But if you stay there and allow them to manipulate you, to continue to use and abuse you, baby, you gotta get help. You need to love yourself. You need to know yourself. You need to breathe yourself. When you do all of those things, it's one, your peace is intact. Two, your mental health is gonna be beautiful. But not only that, you'll have a low tolerance for things that you once accepted. You won't allow anybody to come into your life and treat you any kind of way. You won't allow people to talk to you a certain way. You won't accept things that you used to accept. I promise you, it's a different feeling when you learn to love yourself. And it's a must. Nowadays, people will take advantage of you. People will mistreat you. People will abuse you. They will lie to you. Excuse me. They will do whatever they can for self-gain. And if we allow it, but it's not in our heart, we got to reevaluate. There's been times that, I've dealt with situations where, let's just put it out there. I was in an abusive relationship, and I seen my mom in an abusive relationship. When I seen my mom go through it, I said when I got older, it's something that I wouldn't want to deal with myself because I seen it as a child. When I got older, unexpectedly, it happened to me. To get out of it, I had to basically lie to get away from it. And even still, like, my feelings was involved, so it wasn't the easiest thing for me to do. And then once I did get out of it, like, some kind of way he convinced me to come back. And I feel like at that time, like, what am I doing? But when I went back and everything was cool for like a month, and then it went back to everything, that I knew of him, I felt stupid. I felt dumb. I was just so mad at myself. And it was in that moment that I knew I had to do something different. At that time, I had one daughter, and I knew I could not allow her to be subject to the things that I was dealing with. I knew that in order for her to be the best her, that she had to have a different environment. In order for her to have a different environment, I had to have a different mindset, and I had to have a different love for me. I can't go all out and try to love somebody who don't love themselves, as well as fixing me. There's things, that I was angry with for so long as a child, and just different things. And I promise, since my kid's dad has passed away, like my outlook on life is so different. But my first priority is me. My first priority. I can't give my girls all of me when I'm not together. If I don't love myself, if I'm not at peace with myself, if my mental health is thrown off, how can I be the best mom for them? How can I love them to capacity if I'm depressed, if I'm down, if I'm whatever? Now, don't get me wrong, I have my moments where, I cry for their dad and just different things of that nature, but that's grief. I'm talking about really loving self and really not allowing people to get to you mentally, to really not allow people to hinder your peace, to know that what is for you is for you. Opinions will come, but if that's something you're passionate about, do it. Who cares what everybody else has to say? You can't live your life depending on other people's opinions. You will never get anywhere, I promise. You have to find your passion. You have to fall in love with you so that you can love you unconditionally. If you have kids, love them unconditionally. And then when the time comes for you to be married or in a relationship, then you'll be able to love them unconditionally, no questions asked. And what you will do for them, you'll do it naturally. And what you don't want to do, you'll have no problem saying no. And if they genuinely love you, they'll accept that. And that's just what it is. But don't let anybody come in and destroy your peace, your mental health, and most of all, abuse you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Verbal, physical, whatever. Stand up for yourself, love yourself, be there for yourself. You are the most important person to you. And I mean, even me, I have kids, but like I said, I can't give my kids my all if I'm not at capacity with myself. So I gotta love me to capacity. I have to make sure my peace is intact and make sure my mental health is up to par so that I can give them what they need, nurture them when they need me, and just be a bomb mom. And with that being said, one day I was talking to a friend of mine, and I think I had mentioned something about, girl, I'm taking myself on a date, or I'm doing something, and my friend was like, where you going? And I said, girl, I'm finna cook me some good food, and I think I had made like some crab legs and stuff, and I just stayed at home and had me some wine, and I just chilled. But that's me learning me. Like, for so long, I've been in a relationship for so long, now I have kids, and it's just, this part of my life is different. I'm 32 years old, and if I plan to be married and happily married, because once I get married, I don't want to get a divorce. It's like through thick and thin. That's just my preference. I gotta get me right. So now I'm dating me. I'm loving me. And I'm finding peace with me. I found my strength. I am hope, which is another acronym from hope. My mom always said, helping others prevail every day. That's me. And I'm here to empower other people, other women especially, but other people, men included, to know the best love is self-love and God's love. Both of those, and you'll be able to conquer whatever. Nobody will be able to hinder you. You, not to say you won't care what others think, but it's gonna touch you, but you're not gonna let it hinder you. And you're gonna go all out for you, I promise. I promise you will. But yeah, there's gonna be more on that. I just had to say. So 1, don't let nobody manipulate you. 2, don't let anybody hinder your peace. 3, love you to capacity. Meaning, if you gotta date yourself, cook you some food, and take yourself on a date, if you gotta go to the movies by yourself, do all of that. Because those are things that allows you to learn you, to know what you will and will not accept in different relationships and friendships. It will allow you to know what's for you, what you will tolerate, what you won't tolerate. Use your past as experience. If your ex stole your credit card, Stole your credit card, stole your credit card, stole your credit card, and he keeps stealing your credit card, and you forgive him, and he still keeps setting your credit card. Alright, you're gonna let him go eventually, and then when you get to the next person, you're gonna be like, this nigga, I mean, if this if this person steals my credit card, I'm gonna be ready to fight. But two, I'm not dealing with that because you learn. So use your past as an experience and let that be a teaching thing, a teaching lesson for you, so that you know how to love you and what you will and won't accept. I can't stress it enough. Your peace and your mental health is the most important. So with that being said, find you, love you, date you, learn you. You need your self-love before you can love anybody, before you can be the best mom, sister, friend, any of that. Daughter, you gotta be at peace with you. So if there's things that's hindering you, take time out to reflect, self-evaluate, reevaluate, and do something different. But don't forget, love you always and forever. And that's just my message for tonight. Now, going forward, it'll be, you know, any sort of topics that we talk about. This is good if y'all didn't know. So I'm making a mess now and all of something. But, yeah, this is good. But, I forgot my train of thought. Going forward, there'll be different messages, different things that we talk about. May even be some guests. If you want to be a guest, email me, shepodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up on social media, S.H.E or She Said It Podcast. All platforms. If you want to hear my She Said It podcast, Anchor, Google, Apple, Stitcher, and there's more. Google the She Said It podcast. I got you. I'm here to provide you with your strength, hope, and empowerment. And for the fellas, I got your hope, empowerment, and your strength. Keep that in mind. I got you. But definitely, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment down below. And also, I forgot. I said it earlier, but I do have a segment on Hope Show Get You in the Game on Facebook. It's called She Keeps It Real. Tune in for that as well. And my daughter, Riley Nicole, has a YouTube as well. It's called The Real Riley. Anybody who knows my daughter knows she's a character. So tune in there. We do different things like watch her in her element, make slime. She likes to cook as well. She has a kitchen toy. Coming soon, we'll be making pizza on her channel. So stay tuned for that. And you can find her on YouTube under the.real.riley, or you can find her on Instagram, the.real.riley. But stay tuned. It's more coming from us. And all of that's under the She brand. She is me and I am she. So with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in.